I'm on an analog like Odyssey at the moment, so whatever I learn, I'm sure will be very useful. You know.
Couldn't do it without you, so you better not go anywhere.
I ain't going nowhere, buddy. Line.
Line.
Your line is welcome.
Yeah.
One day he'll be allowed to sit in this room.
Take it by the scenes, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about. 561 Music!
Welcome to 561 Music. My name's Ben.
And I'm long bottom undercarriage. I don't know.
It's always undercarriage now.
I was trying to keep the undercarriage theme going, but I couldn't think. I was going to say Longfellow. I don't know why I said
like long
bottom.
bottom. You do have quite a long bottom. Let's be honest. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now I feel like I need to do them. I'm going to do.
Well, it's not funny if we both do it.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah, that's a fair point. I suppose the only way I get to do it is if I name you, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah. All right.
You can say, welcome to 561 Music. This is, and then name me, and then say, and I'm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do that. Excellent. So you've got a lot to look forward to, guys. It's just going to be.
Also, Ben's going to be on vacation, so you have nothing to look forward to.
Oh,
really.
Yeah. True. Yeah. You know what? The only thing that I'll do for the podcast is I'll send that bit in every week next to a line, like running away from a line.
Just clip it in.
Yeah.
Cut it in.
So this weekend we played at Gardens Green Market.
We did.
That was good. I tell you what, it was hot, but it could have been hotter. It was like. It wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I made a rare appearance in shorts. I never wear shorts, and I wore shorts because I thought it was going to be super hot, and then it turned out not to be that hot.
Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't wear the kilt now.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna.
Me too.
But I ended up having like a very, very sleepless night.
It was a windy day, so I'm glad I didn't wear the kilt.
Also, we're up on a plinth. That could have gone wrong in a lot of ways.
Very wrong. There's a lot of children around. It could have been very, very bad.
I know, yeah. They wouldn't have been scared the way that you would want them to have been scared either. They'd be like, where is it?
No.
There's nothing there. He's like a Ken doll. But yeah, anyways.
Wow. TMI.
I know, right? We also played at darts, and that was cool. There's the football's on lately, so
yeah, there was an absolute ridiculously crazy storm that night. Like it got bad. It was like crazy lightning, thunder. There was a Coldplay tribute band that was supposed to play on that big stage out at Nabacoa.
Yeah,
and I think that got canceled. I didn't hear anybody playing.
Oh no.
And then, we played early. But we played early because of that, and because of the football and stuff. And then nothing happened. And we just played.
Yeah.
And then we just played early.
And also, I'm being a little bit sort of mean there because I have seen Coldplay live, and I have to say they were good. They were good live. So I got nothing.
Listen, say what you will. I like Coldplay.
Yeah. Well, I saw them live, and they were good. So you can't say better than that.
I'm one of those 6 people.
Well, a lot of people apparently like them. They've made an enormous amount of money.
Well, don't get crazy. I don't like Nickelback.
No, just you two. No, that's fine.
I do love you two. Yeah. I don't know why you hate them. I love them.
I know everyone loves you two apart from me. It's a problem. Anyways, Saeed, how's it going? We have Saeed with us today.
How you doing? I'm with you on YouTube. No offense. I didn't like that they were forced on phones and all that. I was like,
I don't love that, but I do love them.
Yeah. No, they got good stuff. The Edge. I mean, he's got that right.
Yeah,
but I like old school U2.
All right.
The newer stuff.
Yeah.
I like the old footage of them. Like, there's some great footage of like Joe Strummer and Bono, and like watching the Dubliners in Ireland in the early 80s, and you see them all, and they're all in like really fresh faced, and they're like watching this old Irish band, they're singing along to all these Irish tunes. Some of that footage is just legendary, and he was cool when he was young, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I like
the old school.
I like
stuff,
old school U2.
Coldplay too, man. I like radio. I feel like Coldplay kind of did a little bit of the Radiohead.
Well, you know what happened is Radiohead, who are amazing. Split off into 2. Muse took the heavy stuff, and Coldplay took the light stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. Yeah, that's good. That's a good comparison.
And then Coldplay just went off into like the next
stratosphere.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's right on point.
Yeah, like when Muse first came out, I was so mad. I was like, "This is radio. What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?" But they found their own sound and all that. So I've become less mad at them over time. I try not to be an elitist these days. Someone once said to me, "Tell me something that you do like," and I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
I feel that way as well. Yeah. I feel like a grumpy old man half the time when it comes to music. Yeah,
totally.
That's how my wife describes me. She's like, "You're grumpy all the time," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I have a lot to be grumpy about."
Trying to be more open too, though.
Totally. Saeed, tell me something about yourself. It's really nice to have you here. So far, having just chatted with you before we turn the mics on, you seem like a very nice man. But I don't know a whole lot about what you do and where it all comes from. So how did you sort of grow up into music? Like, how did you first decide to play music?
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank you guys for having me here.
Oh, of course.
And this place is amazing. This is like a Willy Wonka for music.
Yeah,
this is incredible. But yeah, I mean, I grew up. I started actually singing when I was a little kid. Music was in my family. My grandmother played piano and mandolin. My aunt, both of them, rest in peace, was an incredible opera singer and pianist.
Wow.
So I grew up singing all the time. When I was around 9, I started playing trumpet. And then that kind of got me more into music. And then maybe around like 13, I remember I started making beats with my friends and stuff on computers. At first, I was doing like hip hop. I even used to rap a little bit. Yeah. And I always loved R&B. I was always big into Stevie Wonder, D'Angelo. That was like my first concert I ever went to. And watching him, he would jump from instrument to instrument. I was like, man, this blew my mind. People like that, like Stevie Wonder, Prince. Yeah, Jill Scott, dude. That guy. Aaron. Yeah, man. He's incredible. But yeah.
Not that one. Sorry, not Gil Scott Heron. Jill Scott. Do you know who that is?
She's from the 90s. Yeah, a little newer. Not new now.
Gil Scott Heron is incredible.
Yeah.
Gil Scott Heron, hold that other. Yeah. Do you know that song "Lady Day" and John Coltrane by Gil Scott Heron?
I think if I heard it, I'm
like
horrible.
Oh
yeah. I got that funk. Yeah.
Great.
Good music. I mean, just from that selection vinyls up front, you guys had good taste. Thriller right up top. I was like, nice, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah. The only reason I asked about Jill Scott is it's one of those people that because I didn't know a whole lot about R&B when I was like in my late teens, and then that was the first album that really turned me onto it, and so I have like a real place in my heart for her, even though she's not like one of the sort of like mega famous people of it, but it's just, for me, it was just the thing that turned me onto her.
She had a really unique voice too. I remember.
Totally.
Nice rasp.
Philadelphia sort of. I think there was something because it's Philly. I think what's he called? Jazzy Jeff is involved somehow. I think.
Okay. DJ Jazzy
That's
Jeff.
funny.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Okay. Sorry. Keep going. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's pretty much it. I mean, after I started making some beats, I got into some bands. I played bass for a reggae band. Did some guitar. I studied at FIU. I got my undergrad in marine biology. Cool. Then I went to pharmacy school in Nashville. Right. So I lived out there for 5 years. I was in a like Hall & Oates cover band out there with my pharmacy friends. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I've always been making music throughout my whole life, but now about a couple years ago, I was like, man, let me start. I got into a band actually first called The Associates. Right. And we played some shows around Miami and stuff, little spots, and just got me like, really, this is my passion. Like, even though I'm a pharmacist by day, but I really was like, man, I got to give this all I got one time. And I just started putting this together, working with my friends, the Brothers Nylon. They got an analog studio up in Melbourne. So
do you still do you still work in pharmacy?
Yeah, that's my day tomorrow.
Right.
I got to wake up at 6, be out there. Yeah.
I've got a lot of respect for people who work in pharmacies. That's a hustle. Like every time you come there, everyone in there just seems to just be like on the clock, like crazy, just running around. just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, no, especially at the chain CVS and Walgreens, those guys are losing their minds. I try to keep in my mind though that everyone coming in here is probably not having the best day ever.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody, like Ben's saying, the people behind the counter are always hustling, but the customers, they never seem happy. But you're not wrong. They're not happy because they're all sick.
Picking up some meds. Yeah. I mean, everything has its. I mean, I know how music is too. There's a lot of carrying gear. Doing all this stuff. It's always a hustle, no matter what. If you're trying to do the job right. Yeah.
And I actually spoke to my pharmacist about that last time I was there. For some reason, it just kind of came out of my mouth, and she was like, "Yeah, but you know what? I really like it." So I guess it's people like being pharmacists. Do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it. I enjoyed especially studying science and all that, but music's my real passion. I enjoy the side of it where I get to help people, but honestly, as a pharmacist, I'm pretty anti-medication. So
I got you.
I try to talk everyone out of taking anything, you know what I mean? Because once it's a chain reaction. You get on one, then you're on another one for the side effects of that one.
Yep.
And before you know it, you're on like 50 meds.
I'm diabetic, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
It's a chain. So I tell people, man, if you obviously there's a need for it, obviously.
Sure.
But if you can explore some alternative options.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That it's great advice. Yeah. It's a slippery slope, all of that.
Yeah.
In so many different directions of slippery slope involved with that. Yeah.
So tell us about your current band.
My current band is Saeed to BB Soul, pretty much me and my buddies, the Brothers Nylon. Right now we're actually looking for another bassist. I was playing with a bassist. We played a few shows already, but trying to get more on the live scene and all that. But these guys, if you haven't heard of the Brothers Nylon, I would highly recommend checking them out.
Such a cool name. Such a cool name.
They're twins.
Where are they out of?
They're now in Melbourne. They're originally from New York. But their studio is all analog. We record on tape. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right there in Melbourne.
I'd give my IT to go and check that place out.
Dude, anytime you want, I could pick you up on the way.
Okay, so you and I are about to become best friends.
There you go. No, they really are. It was like a blessing that I even met them because they have helped make my dream come true. I got a little mini studio at my house, but these guys, nothing like what they got.
So that's how you recorded all this? All analog?
All on tape, analog. They got
two vinyl. So there's not been there's not been a digital thing in the way of. This is from analog recording to this.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
mastered for vinyl.
This, my friend, is a beautiful thing as a result.
There's no actual DAW involved or anything to
Well, he sometimes on these. I think we went straight to tape, tape to analog. He mixed it and mastered it for vinyl. But you can get a converter that'll take the tape and digitalize it. I think that's maybe the word for it.
Yeah,
maybe
you can
I just
like analog to digital analog converter.
But I mean, I'm probably very studio naive. But when you go to tape and you're not digital. You're not using Pro Tools or anything like that.
It depends on how you want to do it. You can.
How are you mixing and mastering it?
Right on the board. I mean, on the
literally
task,
on the board.
Like they used to.
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That functionality is something I want to get
down to my house in Miami. He brought the whole. I don't want to mess up the name. I think it's a 338.
Right.
But he brought it to my house and we recorded there. No computer or anything.
That's really
We
cool.
actually used a computer because I didn't have a reverb just to get a reverb on my voice.
Yeah.
And that was it though. But
that's amazing.
That's cool, man. That's really, really cool.
I'm impressed with that. That's really cool.
That's what we try to focus on. Yeah. With soul, there's actually a big movement of that, retro soul. I don't know if you've heard of the Sacred Souls and Duran Jones. A lot of people
I've heard of
record a full
Sacred
tape. Yeah.
I think about this a lot, and I think that there's a few reasons why it changes the way that the music sounds. One is it literally doesn't sound the same sonically, because you're recording it in a different way. But also the fact that everyone has to be good at the song and play it together well is a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's a huge deal because if you're all good musicians and you're all playing together and you're paying attention to each other and you're following each other's sort of musical direction and you're trying to stay tight, and if one person gets a bit quiet, everyone else all these little light and shade little things that you don't get when you record to DAW, that they're in the music. That's so important.
So when it's recorded to tape, it's not tracked at all?
It can be. Depends on how you do it.
What do you mean track? Each instrument has its own track.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But we could do one take, or sometimes we'll do it. I mean, not for the album. We all recorded separately.
Yeah.
But we did just do like a full remake of this album live where I added some new stuff, and that we did it all one take. I videotaped it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
That's
get
awesome.
the imperfections. We
Did
leave
he do
them
any
in there.
splicing? Did he get into the tape and kind of
On
cut it
here,
up?
yeah. On here, yeah. We got one version now though that it's all coming out one take. I'm gonna hopefully release it all.
Yeah.
I gotta hear that final version though, because
Splicing tape is so hard, dude. Splicing tape is like an art form.
There's something just you know. I mean, it reminds me of like back when I used to use like a 4-track recorder, you know, like a cassette tape or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's just something pure about not going through the computer, not going digital.
Like, it keeps an extra warmth to it too, to my ears.
It's got to sound closer, less doctored, and closer to the original sound of the music.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I've heard it captures the movement of air or something like that. I heard somebody talking about that's what gives it that extra. It's not so sterile like a lot of the over compressed like super, which I like. I think every type of music has its place and different types of
absolutely.
techniques, but it's just what I like.
But
to
for
do.
this is like
Yeah.
Appreciate
What
it.
is the what's the configuration of the band right now as far as instrumentation and everything?
I'm playing guitar and singing. I got Mike Ruffolo, one of the brothers. He's on the drums. He's ridiculous. And Nick Ruffolo, he's playing keys, but he actually plays everything, man. He plays saxophone, trumpet, also flute. His main instrument is actually the double bass, but he plays some bass. But for the band, he's playing keys.
Nice.
Now we're looking. We had an incredible bassist who's my buddy, but he's not. He was just standing in for me, helping us out. We're still on the look for that bassist. Yeah.
All right, so I'm leaving all the bands and I'm going to go and play. So
funny, I was about to say the same thing.
I know.
It'd be an honor.
He beat me to the punch. I was like, well, I guess I got to quit Killbillies.
I have some tape equipment. I've got a couple of different ones, but they're not like super nice ones. But it's something I've been wanting to get into for ages. And I've got like an analog board that's just sitting gathering dust in the garage. It's like at some point I want to have like two setups, you know, like the digital setup and the analog setup, and then ideally be able to sort of like port them across to each other so that it can be like one, the other, or some combination of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I'd get there eventually. That's kind of like the next 10 years project. You know what I mean?
We recorded
doing pretty good right now. From what I see,
we recorded a Killbillies album in Sun Studios a few years ago.
Okay,
and they had something kind of quasi hybrid similar. It was tape, but they were using the tape for the slapback.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was going into Pro Tools.
Yeah, they didn't record two tape. They just used the tape for the vocal delay.
It was interesting.
I know there's a studio. I think it's called Centurion. Is that the legendary studio down in Miami where the Bee Gees used to record and stuff? And it's all analog. Okay. Yeah.
There's a place the Bee Gees used to record up here called Echo Beach.
Okay.
And that's a good studio. I don't know if you can record to tape there. I'm sure you can. They got everything in there.
There's a lot of studios around these days. You know, it's becoming a more common thing. But that's good. I mean, it's good.
A lot of these, Echo Beach's been there for 50 years.
A lot, yeah, for a long time.
Venues too. I see. At least I've always felt growing up in South Florida that Broward and West Palm had a lot more live music opportunities, and in Miami it was all DJs.
I was just going to say it's interesting. You know, we've tried to break into the Miami scene a few times with a few different bands that I've been in, and that I'm currently in, and I agree. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in Miami, but it's a lot of DJ stuff and a lot of that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like there's a ton of venues to play.
Well, you're just saying it's getting better.
They're starting, Zay's. I don't know if you heard of them. They opened up. They're having like some pretty decent acts. They had like Mayor Hawthorne. Yeah.
Cool.
Savage Labs there's a bunch of little spots that they're trying to push for. I think it's actually the same owners of Club Space or something own that too.
Where did we play
they're trying
with
to get more.
Angelo?
That was in was that in Fort Lauderdale or was that Miami?
It was in Miami. I can't remember what it was called though. It was like downtown.
Yeah, it's like a tiny place downtown. I forget the name of it.
Churchill's reopened.
Yeah, Churchill's reopened.
Yeah.
I played at Las Rosas not too long ago with one of my bands. That was a really fun. That was a really fun spot. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. They have a green room and everything there, which is
so I'm excited.
unusual.
Honestly, I'm excited for the future of music in South Florida.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
you guys, like I said, West Palm and Broward. I would always be driving north for all my
Honestly,
shows.
they're dropping like flies up here. Like we're struggling to hold on to the places we have.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's like it's great to hear that Miami's getting better because somewhere better be, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hoping out here too. Eventually, I think hopefully there'll be like a pendulum swing with all this AI electronic stuff. People want to see like a real
Live
human
music.
do it. Yeah,
Live music.
So.
I mean, that's what we're hoping, man. You know, we do the festival and everything, and that's always the hope is that people want to come out and see live music. You know, it's.
There's no replacement for it. It's a
I just don't
spiritual,
understand why you wouldn't want to see live music. The only reason I would see that, you know, there's a deterrent to seeing live music is when you want to go see a band and the ticket is $400. You know, then you're like, man, do I really want to see them?
Which they're getting up there.
Yeah. And I always struggle. With the live music.
Kill your idol.
Kill your idol. Yeah. I always struggle with the live music. With bigger bands, you know. There's a fine line between you go to see these bands. There's a fine line between I want them to sound like the album because I want to experience the true sound of this band. But at the same time, if they sound just like the album, why am I paying $200 to see them? I could just see them. I could just listen to them at home. Yeah. So I kind of want them to have a few bumps and bruises and play a little bit, play a little bit off because then you're like, yeah, it's live. I like it.
Yeah. I personally
you screwed up. I like it.
Exactly like. I mean, I have respect for that. A lot of people, that's what they push for, just to be, but throw in like a little, maybe switch up the solo a little bit. I don't know.
I wouldn't even care if the band played completely all different songs. I just like live music and I enjoy. You know, it's fun to sing along a little bit, but I'm not going to watch like a facsimile of the record at all. You know.
Now, are you playing? I know you're telling me that you don't have a bass player currently, but you had one. So were you guys playing out at all?
Yeah, we played at Poorhouse. A few weeks ago, I forgot the date now, and then a couple weeks before that, we played at Luna Star Cafe in North Miami, and that was pretty much it. We've been doing some like studio stuff just to edit up and put online, but I really want to start pushing playing because I believe that's where things are going, especially like this type of music.
Yeah,
that's what separates. People want to see that you're not a robot.
Absolutely.
It was all just like your original stuff that you guys were doing. Or,
we did like one cover song.
But it was like a 30-minute set or something, that kind of thing.
The Luna Star was an hour and a half. We did 2 sets, and then Poorhouse, we just did a 30-minute. We played actually with our friends of Mala Onda. Yeah, they're pretty incredible, and also Groovephoria, 2 great bands.
Cool.
I've heard of Groovephoria.
Yeah, me too. This is. Well, your project that you're doing here just makes me so happy. I love the whole thing, how much you care about it, your approach to the way that you're recording the music, and it is the perfect antidote to all of the bullshit that's going on right now with the music industry. Is just keeping it real like this. It just makes me very happy. Makes me want to start crying, honestly.
I was just going to say, you sound like you're going to start crying, man. You look like you're tearing up a little bit.
This is the real deal right here, man.
Well, just holding the physical media like that is just, that alone is like, always makes me just happy.
It's coming back, man. I got a buddy doing tape. He's selling tapes everywhere with the little machine and everything to go with it. I think vinyl, everybody. Because like you said, we've gone way too far to one side. Yeah. And I got respect for DJs and all. I'm not I like electronic music and all that.
Me too,
but I think we need a little bit of everything. Like we're losing one side, you know what I mean?
I'm ready for 8-tracks and laser discs.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The thing, I think that the thing is that what we need to sort of this market already exists. People who appreciate real music, good music recorded well by good musicians. It already exists, but it needs to be more visible, and there needs to be understood that there's a difference between that and what is not that. You know, so people can really invest in like bands that really do put the work in, bands that really do write properly themselves and record properly and care about it, because that is a different art form. You know, it's like there's nothing wrong with there being all this kind of different stuff out there, but it can't all be sort of like presented as like the same thing. It's not, you know. And I feel like people need to know that there's this kind of thing out there, and I don't know how we sort of I don't know how we make it more visible for people. You know,
on that point, what is your process, like your social media and getting your word out there about stuff? You know, like what do you do to?
It's been.
I'm assuming you run your own social media. Or?
Yeah. I'm doing everything. My wife is my photographer. I got my buddy Tikal who does all my graphic design.
Nice.
My buddy who I graduated high school with shot one of my videos. Like it's all been in the family situation.
It was an awesome album cover, by the way.
Yeah, he's amazing.
That's great.
That's cool. Me when I was I don't know what great. Age. Yeah.
Oh, it's you.
And that's a pharmacy on the back, actually, in Hialeah in 1970.
Really?
1970 something. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I look at that picture.
But
that's great.
man, as you see the grays, so I didn't even have an Instagram until I started this project. So I've been figuring it out. I actually read some books on stuff on marketing. I'm just trying different stuff, but trying to be as organic as possible, trying to just shoot on my iPhone stuff in my house. Like we made my house like a little studio, like not just music studio, a film studio kind of, and trying to tie in like the best ways to keep it budget friendly but get the idea of the song across. That's where it's tough. Like I did like that little number video. I drove up to Atlanta to shoot that with the director Derek Baines, and I was lucky to have that opportunity. But pretty much everything, we're just keeping it in house, and I'm still experimenting, man. I see what works a little more than the other. Personally, that's the part I least like, honestly. Like I don't like to be on camera and do it.
We all feel the same way.
But it is what it is nowadays. I mean, your page looks amazing. You guys have like
we pay somebody to do it.
She's a friend of ours. I actually went on a walk with her this morning. She's a homie, but like she does it for Killbillies and for Fights for Music and the School. She does a bunch of our stuff, and we're lucky to have her. We say that almost every week, but Danielle, if you're watching, which I know you are, because you were calling me out for never having like the things that appear when I say, "Oh, look at this," when I do that thing. It's like only half the time is there ever a thing.
So
to
we
look
should
at.
say, look at this picture of Danielle, and then have a picture of Danielle pop up.
Yeah. That one's for you, Danielle.
Yeah, that's pretty
funny. Amazing. I see that brand recognition, like the colors, everything matches. It looks visually appealing.
Absolutely.
Great job, Danielle.
Danielle calls it, man. She's enough respect, and she's great with sort of like cracking the whip on us when we need to get stuff done too. You know, it's like everyone needs someone in their life who's like, "Where is it? Come on, let's go." You know?
That's true.
He says us, but it's usually and then I usually answer the text message and go, I don't know, Ben.
Well, she was saying to me that she was like, now all I need to do is get Hector to give me the videos.
That's true story. True story. Yeah, that is a true story. That is a true story.
2 sides to every story.
Yeah, there's 3 sides. His side, my side, and the truth. Oh man, I lost my train of thought now. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. You are half Cuban.
Yeah,
we were talking about that before the show. Half Cuban, half Persian.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, being half Cuban and being brought up that way and stuff, did you like in your house and stuff as a kid? Did they speak Spanish?
Yeah.
So is there? Because I do hear Spanish influence in the songs and stuff, but like, do you ever find yourself writing in Spanish at all, or
there's gonna be some songs coming out? Yeah, I actually work in Hialeah. I was born and raised in Hialeah, so I'm talking Spanish every day and hearing Spanish music. Yeah, I'm pretty fluent in Spanish. Yeah, Persian a little bit, but not too fluent. But Spanish, you can't get by in Hialeah.
You can't.
But yeah, it's had a big effect on me. I grew up listening to social, like Buena Vista Social Club, and
I love that album so much. That is one of my. It's funny, you know, because that album, right? It's kind of like a coffee table. Everyone has it type of an album, and a lot of those albums aren't that great. But that one it's perfect. It's just perfect album.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah. No, it's perfectly produced.
Yeah.
I think, was it Ry Cooder who helped out? Yeah.
Have you ever heard the album Mambo Sinuendo by Ry Cooder?
Maybe. I'm horrible with names again. But
there's it's a bit of a. It has like the back of a. Has the back of like a 1950s car on it on the front, and it's all kind of chrome and blue and red. Anyway, check it out if you've not heard it and you like Ry Cooder's production. That album, dude, is amazing. It's all like mambo. It's sort of like Americanized kind of mambo with the guitar, like the kind of like 50s kind of down.
Yeah. I love that vibe that he brings. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like. I don't know. He's one of those kind of like musicologists. He's like a music historian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's involved with a lot.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe even Bob Marley also was he?
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't. I don't.
Be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. He's a don. Is he still alive?
I have no idea.
No, neither do I. I'm going to find out.
Research after this. Yeah.
So, you know what? I think now would be a great time for us to listen to a song of yours. It would be so cool if you were like, well, then you're gonna have to come and meet me and get the record because it's not online. But I'm sure that I happen to know there is something online we can listen to. So why don't we do that? Which song would you like us to listen to now?
I mean, the most popular is probably "Don't Give Up." The most close to my heart maybe is like "Destined." I feel like that has like a deep meaning in that one. But so
what do you think? Destined?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Let's
Sounds
go
great.
deep on them. Yeah.
Nice one.
With constant repetition,
Okay, so we just listened to Destined by Saeed, and what a tune, what an unbelievable tune. Before we talk about it, I want to ask you, as someone who's recently just started sort of taking music seriously again, do you have any advice for anyone getting into the music game, and just in terms of like any sort of encouragement or just any sort of general advice?
Practice, number one, would probably be my biggest advice, because none of this, like, people see chops or whatever and think like, man, you're so talented or whatever, and it's like, first of all, I see all the gray hair I've been playing, and I'm not even that good. In my mind, I'm horrible, so I'm always trying to get better and better. So I would say practice, number one. Don't give up. Like, people are gonna always have their opinions. Try to stick to the vision you have in your mind, because a lot of times I feel like
hard to do.
People are trying to always have their 2 cents, and it's great to get some feedback, learn, but at the end of the day, nobody hears it how you're hearing it, and no one knows what you want to do better than yourself. So I'm trying, that would be one of my, and act on it. Like, overall in life, I'm trying to react less to life around me, which I feel like I'm a pretty reactive person throughout my life. I've always had like anger, and so I'm trying to react less and act more towards my future. So
that's react less and act more. That's no one's ever said that as advice for musicians, and that's a good one.
I could use that as a life advice. Never mind musician advice.
Get it tattooed. Yeah.
I read it on a what is that? No, I can't even.
Fortune cookie?
Yeah. There you go.
That is amazing. Thank you, Fortune cookies, because it's great advice.
Some good ones,
you know, there's like an AA thing, which is it's very sort of close to that. I can't remember the exact way that they put it, but it's basically you can't control what happens to you. You can only control how you react to it. That's like the only power you have is how you frame the things that happen to you, how you react to the things that happen to you. That's the only power you have in life, and so,
absolutely.
And it's a strong power, because if you can harness it, if you can figure out what ways to be okay with what's happening, how are you going to solve what's happening? That you can be happy that way,
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You get stuck in a reactive loop if not, and you're living literally your life according to what the universe is pushing on you instead of what you want to bring out. So I just feel like there's only 2 things happening in life if you pay attention. Like, people are either reacting to everything around them, or they're carving out their own path into action. So either way, you got to do one or the other. So
I'm a reactor.
I've been reactive my whole life, man. I got marks all over. I've been a little too reactive.
I'm becoming a grumpy old man.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a thermonuclear reactor.
I am.
I've definitely been a reactor, and we're kind of trained to look for problems and react to them and stuff. So now, it's like rewiring the mind. It's tough, man.
Yeah, and all of these things. When you say this kind of piece of advice, it's a lot harder to actually live it, to do it. And but something I've learned as well is that, like, sort of change, anything that's good for you is uncomfortable at first, so you just have to try it out, and see where it takes you.
It definitely feels uncomfortable.
I'll
probably be flicking off people on the way home though, so like you said, it's easier said than done. Definitely.
Totally,
I always fall back into it.
but if the intent is there, at least you're trying.
Little by little, the more you try, just like music, anything, it gets a little better, but you'll never be perfect, man.
Totally. I can't remember who said this. It might have been Leah last week. It was. She said, someone said or she saw written down somewhere, "Congratulations on your failure. Most people never even try." I like that.
That is 100% true.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear a lot of these, like, I watch podcasts like yours and hear people talk, anyone that's been successful has failed a million times before being successful once. So
totally,
we're still waiting for the success part.
All the time. I'm still looking for that first success.
We're still waiting for that first success.
It's fine, but we'll get it. We'll be like, I'm just waiting until I'm exactly 69.
That'll be the year. Right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be the year. Jokes nonstop every day.
I'm older than you, so I could be dead by then.
You'll still be kicking. You're too much of a thorn in my side to go anywhere. You gotta still be around.
Both be 100 fighting each other.
A couple of grumpy old 100-year-old
Technology's
guys.
catching up too, man. We might all make it to like 150, man.
Now imagine
Hopefully
this. Imagine this podcast and we're 100. That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Shouldn't have said that. You know, we're going to come back now.
See, I'm reacting again. I'm like, oh god,
Max right by the chair.
Yeah.
Going on the walker.
Where there's original.
All right, let's talk about his song.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about the beautiful song that we just heard. How did you record it?
Same, actually. That one came off of the end of Little Number. Has like that little bass line starts happening. So I was like, man, we should build that into another song.
Cool.
And that's what gave the idea for that. It's like literally, I think the F9 chord, like the whole song is just one chord. And then it was off that. We started building, and he actually started playing the drums, and he was doing some stuff on the keys. And I was like, man, it was sounding a little scientific. I don't know, like the number. I was seeing like numbers in reality. So that's kind of like what the song's about. Like, cool. We're living in equations, kind of like the Matrix type of vibe.
Oh yeah, excellent. Like the holographic sort of universe theory.
That's kind of what it's about.
Living in a simulation.
Physics. Yeah.
The but there's a lot of people that say that it's statistically much more likely than anything else. You know.
That's what I saw Elon Musk. I think. Over 50% or one, and I don't know the number, but we might be. But either way, you still got to make the best out of it. Yeah.
Totally. Talking of like podcasts and people saying wise things, there's this great one called The Big Think. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but
I believe I have. Yeah.
And there's some great people who talk on there, and one of the ladies on there is an astrophysicist, and you know, she sort of said something that really resonated with me, and that I think as well, which is that it's highly likely that we're just not designed to understand what's going on at all, you know? And it's like we only ever really get like a small percent of an understanding of what's happening around us. And I actually find that quite comforting in a way. You know, it's like you can learn more about it, but I think the big picture just might be beyond our ability to understand. You know?
I agree. Yeah. Trying to understand the universe. I believe this is probably a holographic. Like I like the old. We might be getting too deep, but like the Hermetic principles, the old like this universe is mental. That's one of the first things written thousands of years ago, and all the ancient texts kind of point to that same philosophy. So
the Matrix,
basically, yeah. Hopefully not that dark, but
is it Aristotle or Plato who did the thing where it's like we're looking at there's the people in the cave and it's being projected on the wall of the cave. I can't remember. We'll get back to that. I think I just stepped slightly outside of my knowledge base. So.
Me too. Me too.
Slightly.
Yeah. So, what are the words? Is there any choice lyrics in the song that you could point to just to give us a bit of an idea about what the song?
Well, that one line, it's in the numbers. We're living in equations. And I mean, it starts off, I'm talking about like myself, I'll get there on my own because I'm destined for something, but I don't know what that something is. Yeah. That I feel like I think we all feel that we have some kind of purpose, but especially younger, like with the angst and everything, I was like, I don't know what people are pushing you in certain directions too. You don't know like what is, because we're being fed stuff too since the moment we're born, like how do I fit into society? Like what is this and that? But if we weren't fed all that, I think everybody has something deep inside that is all like, for me, I felt like it was music has been, no matter how hard I try to get away from it, because really it's out of fear that, man, people put in my head like how rough it is in the music industry. You gotta be financially this and that, blah blah blah. So fear has been keeping me away. But regardless, if you don't tap in, study yourself, like really realize what it is that you want, it's gonna haunt you basically for the rest of your life. So you need to like study yourself. Really, is what this song's about, and seeing what is it I'm meant to do. And I mean, you probably aren't ever gonna figure it all out because we can't. Like, I mean, but at least moving in that direction, I feel like you start riding that wave that you're supposed to be on. I don't know if that makes sense.
There's definitely, there's definitely a lot of times, and I've had this conversation many times with a lot of people. There's a lot of things in life that you look at it and like you're saying, like where you're supposed to be, and what's my destiny, if you will, and you look at these things and you go, all right, where am I at right now? And then you start backtracking it, and you start realizing how many things had to happen in your life or instances and occurrences or whatever to get you to this moment right now. Like me sitting in this chair right now with Ben doing this podcast, like I wouldn't have met Ben if I wasn't in a band with James. I wouldn't have met James if I wasn't, in the band with Justin. I wouldn't have met Justin if he wasn't doing sound. The first time that I did the Nirvana tribute with another guy, that was our lead singer at the time. I wouldn't have done the Nirvana tribute if I wasn't in that band with those guys. I wouldn't have even gone and been in that band with those guys if I didn't answer an ad on like Craigslist or whatever for a band because I was leaving another band that I didn't want to be in anymore. Like it's just all this like just ridiculousess.
Yeah, it's like a butterfly effect.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, I can probably go back 20 years and pinpoint one moment that if this hadn't happened, I wouldn't be sitting here right now with you guys.
Yeah, same. Yeah, we all can. If you look back, the older you get, it's just, and I don't like, again, at first you might be like, oh, maybe it's a coincidence this happened. But once it starts stacking up, it's like, man, I feel like I'm not a religious person or anything, but I definitely feel that there's
a design
some stuff
to the
we
universe.
don't understand here going on.
For sure. There's a design to the universe.
Yeah. And the more that you sort of point yourselves towards what you want to do, just the more statistically likely you are going to meet the right people and get yourself in the right situation. That's why you can't ever give up because if you do give up trying to do the thing that you love, the tragedy of it is all the work that you've already done at that point is for naught, It's like, which is a terrible shame because like, think of all 5 years of doing this podcast, we now basically know every single musician in South Florida. Imagine we just decided, I'm not going to do music anymore. Like, that'd be so stupid, You got to keep doing it.
By the way, I'm not doing music anymore.
Oh, it's true though. Once you dive in, it's like now you got all this stuff behind you that's keeping you moving forward because you'd lose it all, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and when you have influences in your life too, you had music in your family.
Yeah.
But someone like me, I had zero music in my family. I played in the school band, and then that evolved, and then that evolved into playing with some friends and stuff in some bands and things like that. And then eventually I got out of music and didn't play for a number of years. And then I ran into somebody in a Home Depot parking lot as a friend of mine that was asking me if I was still playing bass. And then I started playing again, It was like the odds of, had I not, and again, going back, had I not run into him, I probably wouldn't have been playing bass. I probably wouldn't have been in music, and I probably wouldn't be sitting here,
Well, it shows you did, you did really want to do it because like, you could have easily said no, you didn't. And the I'm glad you're doing it. I have a lot of fun playing music with you, buddy. Yeah,
I don't have fun playing music.
That guy in the parking lot was there for a reason, man.
Yeah,
there's no coincidences. You might have been trying to do something else, but life dragged you back. Because I got a similar story too. I put it down a little bit while I was in pharmacy. I mean, I was playing cover bands. But again, randomly, some dude hit one of my old friends to jam out, and then there, same thing. I just went to thinking we're just jamming. And he's like, "Oh, we got a show in 2 weeks, dude." I was like,
all right, then.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, and then it just,
it's the way it works, though.
Yeah, you get sucked in real quick.
Yeah, you get sucked.
It's like, let me just
quick.
dip my toe in. Oh, okay, I'm going to know what to my neck all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like me filling in for Killbillies.
Yeah.
This month made 6 years that I've been in Killbillies.
Whoa.
June.
That's beautiful, June. Man. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So it's time.
Time for the next 6. Let's go. All right. So, what's coming up? What's next for you?
I got another song coming out in August, and I'm trying to get, like I said, I'm more playing live. I'm trying to start. Hopefully, I want to do another vinyl for my new album. Those are these newer songs. I've so far released 3 of them: Secrets, Gift of Life, and Fishbowl.
Okay.
So these songs were more like this whole project is like how, like an awake. I felt like I was going through a period in my life where I was really waking up to things. I felt like I was asleep most of my life, I feel like. And then when this happened, kind of like what we were talking about before, starting to see things I was not right in front of my face and was blind to. So that's what this album.
So you felt like you were in the fishbowl, and now you're like in the ocean kind of thing. Is that
the fishbowl thing is about like just social media? I felt like we're in a time right now where I feel like I'm in a fishbowl sometimes. Like people see all this and stuff. We're seeing everybody, like a certain aspect of them, but yet we're super disconnected from them.
I see
we
what
see
you mean.
so much about we're all on display, I feel like.
Yeah.
But we can't touch
separated
each other.
by in little glass bowls. Oh, that's sad.
They only show you the good stuff, though.
Yeah.
No,
that's the thing.
You see people's lives online, and you're like, oh, man, I'm so jealous. They have such a perfect life. They don't. I promise you, they don't.
No, I know a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of them myself.
And also,
but
every now and again, everyone like does the old sort of like couple of days of internet crash and burn where they vow to leave every single thing and like write a great screed about how angry they are. Everyone's done that at some point.
I've done it myself. I try to just produce content and not scroll too much, but I try to support like people I know and stuff. Like the doom scrolling, I can't do it anymore. Because you start getting, before you know it, into some like the deep dark web.
I know. You're like, why am I reading about how to make sort of like shoelaces on the side of Mount Everest? Like, what am I doing?
Now I'm on a podcast talking about quantum physics and stuff.
We gotta get an R&B show up this way or something for him to play at. Man.
Yes.
Somehow we got to get him involved in this area.
Josh, do you know JM and the Sweets? Do you know that band?
JM and the Sweets?
Josh Miles?
Yeah.
I got to check him out.
Well, he's wonderful. You guys would work so well together. And
we should put a show together for them somehow.
We should
make a festival music show.
I would love to. That's my goal right now, is to play out as much as I can.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that makes me very happy.
Happy to.
Is there anything that you want to sort of broadcast to our listeners before we get out of here? Is there anything that you feel like you want to let people know about your project, or
something we haven't already covered?
I think we've covered a lot of it. I mean, I've got a lot of new stuff coming up. Like I said, hopefully another vinyl, hopefully a little tour, trying to get a van together and all this stuff. But I'm just trying to make soulful music for thoughtful people that kind of just hopefully vibe with. I mean, this is literally, I just talk about things I've gone through, things I've learned, and I just hope people vibe with it. And even if they don't, I'm going to keep making music. So, because I got no other choice, man.
I think if you're still watching at this late stage of the podcast, you would struggle to not vibe with this. Fantastic music.
For sure.
Saeed is a boss. So you should go and listen to his music online, or more to the point, you should buy his album on vinyl, because straight from tape to vinyl, you can't say fairer than that. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks so much for coming, mate.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for the opportunity on it, and the kind words on it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Take it by the scenes, it's what we're doing. Come and check it out, it's what we're all about. 5, 6, 1.